Hi guys, and welcome to my Kotlin tutorials for Android certification series. Today we'll be working on edit texts, cool looking edit text, and also we're gonna work on picking the calendar, picking the date. So what makes those edit texts are so good looking? Well, you don't see it yet, but so check this out. There is a hint here, age and name. If I click on name, you see, I can type whatever I want, but name goes on top of the edit text. So the user kind of knows once again what he's doing. Let's say I can type name, see it stays there. And then same thing if I click on age, um, I can put whatever I want here, and age still stays there. So that's kind of a cool looking, professional looking edit text. So if you present it to a client, it looks much better. Another thing, as I said, the date picker we're going to be working on. If you click on a button, it will show you today's date. Today is, I'm recording on October 3rd, 2020. So it shows you today's date. Click OK. And immediately, as you see right here, it shows up what you just picked. And if you if your country uses different format, I'll show you how to. Like here's October 3rd right here, but in some European countries they have it the other way. They have day, months, and a year. So you can also change it by clicking on the button again, and let's say pick November 11th. Here we go. Here's the November 11th. Right, so let's get started. Let's go. So I have file, new project. So the new project, empty activity. Let's call it date picker app. Click finish. And so you have to wait a little bit. Here in the button it shows you Gradle build. It's still building your app, so you can't do much yet. All right, it's done. Now, so to make this edit text looking good like that, you need import something, put something in dependencies. And so before we used to go here to Gradle model app file, and we used to put something here, dependencies needed. But it's not necessary now. You just go to File, then you pick Project Structure, and go to Dependencies. Here you can click on plus, pick Library Dependency, and the one we're looking for is Material Dependency. So Material, enter or return. So it's searching for material dependencies. It might take some time. Still, I find it more easier because it gives you also current version that works with your Android, you know, Android Studio version. Okay, so we have here material. That's the one we need. Com Google Android material. Just click OK. And as you see, there are different versions you can pick from. But the one on top always the most updated one, the one you can use with your Android Studio. Here you click OK, and it will sync. Right here on the bottom, you can see it's syncing. Okay. And to prove that we just did something in dependencies, let me find, oh, right here. So instead of going to Google or to Stack Overflow or Overflow, finding this, we just did that this way. Now we need to add this design right here. So to edit text and this here. Let me go to activity main code, and we're going to remove text view and layout. Let's make it linear. Excuse me, linear layout. Okay. Next, we need to add these to edit text. But I must say they're not usual edit text, because if we just put edit text over here, let's switch to design. So text, if we just put a regular edit text, it's not what we're looking for. What we need is, so let me go back to code again. We need to wrap, we need actually two pieces here. We need, so let's start typing text input, and here we have layout and edit text. We need layout first, this one, the second one, with, let's make it match parent, height, wrap content, and then let's close it now, like this. Why? Because we need to put something inside of the text input layout. We need to put, once again, let's start typing text input layout, and this time, oh, I'm sorry, layout, I'm sorry, text input, and then it gives you right here, see edit text, that's the one we need, text input edit text. And width, we're gonna do once again match parent, and height would be wrap content. All we need to do just add a hint, so start typing hint, and here we're gonna say, let's say name, and close it. Now if you look at the split, if you look, that's how it looks like. If we want to add a second edit text, once again we have to add these two. So we have to copy and paste the whole. So each edit text has to be inside of its own text input layout. So I'm going to copy, paste, and here instead of name we're going to say H, and let's run it so make sure it's working. Let's see, do I see any mistake here? Something, linear layout. Okay, so we need orientation. Let's put here orientation, and we're gonna pick vertical. Now it should be good. Yeah, now it should be good. I'm not sure, is it still running or what's going on? So it's the old app. All right, so here you go. So we have name and H edit text. If you click here, hint goes on top, as well as this one. So as I said, it looks very professional, not just like regular edit text. And my apps on my Android phone, they're using this type of design now. Okay, so the next one we need to add obviously the date picker, and so button and text view for date picker. So for that, right after right here, after the text input layout, we're gonna put text view, just regular text view. Let's do wrap contents on both of them. Let's do ID of text view, and let's do text size. Let's make it 30 SP, and let's add some padding. Say 15 dp. Right, that's pretty easy. Oops, it's probably better just to close like that. Let's add button. Also, and by the way, you don't see it's right here. We're gonna deal with the position in a second. But let's add a button. Oh, of course, like that. Also do wrap contents on both of them, width and height. Oh yeah, let's do ID. Let's just call it a button. Very simple. Okay, and here we're gonna write text, change date, and that's pretty much it. The only thing we need to change, as you see, so we're using linear layout, and they are these two, text view and the button, they're on the left. It doesn't look good. So what we need to do, go into a linear layout right here and start typing gravity, like that. And let's pick center horizontal. As you see, then button was changed here, and the view. So let's run it. Make sure there are no errors, but shouldn't be any. All right, so it's centered. We have two text views, beautiful text views. We have edit text. Here we have text view that we don't see yet. We're gonna put actually text there, but programmatically, not here, not in activity main file, XML file. And then we have the button that doesn't work yet. All right, so let's go to main activity Kotlin file and close this one. And start coding here. All right. Okay, so here, first thing we need to do, we need to create a variable for the calendar. So once again, we done with these two. I just wanted to show you how it's designed. We need to create variable for the calendar, and so here it has to be a global variable, not inside of on create. It's going to be right after the class. We're going to say var cal equals calendar with capital A dot get instance. All right. The next thing we need to do is, as I mentioned over here, we need to say something so people see there's a text. We're gonna go to this time on create, set content view over there inside. We're gonna say text view. That's from activity main text view dot text equals please pick date. Okay, so since it's a code, let's run it again. Make sure everything is working properly. And here you go. So it's working properly. There is a text view here, and it says, please pick date. Awesome. The next step would be to create onDate set listener. So right below here, we're going to say vol date set listener. So vol date set listener equals object, and it's going to be date, oops, date pick a dialog. It will pop up at some point right there. See, pick a dialog. Dot on date set listener. So it popped up by itself. And we're gonna open curly braces like this. Why? Because here we have a arrow it shows, right? If you click on it, and not click on it, if you hover, it will show you that we need to implement members. Click on date set. Here you go. We need this function. One thing we need to change here, however, so it gives you, so first remove this, it gives you P0 by default. Let's write view instead. Doesn't matter what you put there, but view it this way, it just looks better. And here date picker is fine. We probably don't need question mark, which is date picker. Instead of P1, we're gonna say year int. P1 would be year. Instead of P2, it's going to be a month of year. Months of year like this. And month of year, it's actually has to be, I don't know what's doing it. Okay, int, like this. And third would be, instead of P3, we need day of month. Day. See, there is also day of week, which is, I guess it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We don't need that. We need day of months. Day of month. And remove once again. Gives trying to be too helpful. It has to be int. Day of month is int. And here we're gonna open curly braces again. Oh, it did that actually for us, so that's fine. Or did it before? I don't know. So, but inside of the curly braces, we're gonna say we're gonna create that onDate set listener by saying call, which is this one right here. This guy. Remember, we calendar.get instance. So we're gonna say call set, and here, excuse me, here we're gonna say calendar with capital A, capital C, dot year has to be all capital, and comma year small. So year would be this one right here, int. So we set up year. Now we can just copy and paste, but right in the bottom here. So instead of year, it's going to be month. And here, month. So here, month. So right here, see month of year. This one right here, um, of year, and we need another one right below. Oh, don't. Yeah, right below right here. We're gonna say call set calendar, and this time it's gonna be a day of month, which is this guy right here. But first we need to do the capital day of month, and then, as I said, this guy right here, small day of month. Okay. Next, we need to set up a button. So if you click on the button, you can change the date. And for that, let me see where it's. So we just worked on a date set listener. If you click on this curly bracket, it shows you where it ends. So right after that, let me actually make it a little bit kind of tighter. That. Okay, perfect. And so this is the listener we worked on. Right after that, we're gonna say the button, which is button is the ID from the main activity. Activity main, I mean XML, and the dot set on click listener. This one right here, like that. And here we're gonna say so right before the curly brackets right here, we're actually gonna open and say once again object of view dot on click listener, like that. And we actually not gonna close it here. We're gonna close it right here, like that. And inside, we're gonna do similar what we just did above here, but we're gonna say we don't even have to write. Actually, we can just click right here on object again, implement members again, click OK, and just like above, we're gonna change here, instead of P0, we can just say view. We don't need question mark. Remove the comments. And inside, we're gonna say here date picker dialog. So it would be over here. Date picker dialog. This at main activity. Date set listener. Date set listener from above right here that we just created. Date set listener. And we're gonna say comma. So comma over here, and we actually comma, and we're gonna say there. We're gonna set date picker dialog to point to today's date when it loads up. So we're gonna say call dot get, and it's gonna be calendar capital dot all capitals year, then comma cal get calendar months, months all capitals, then comma again, and last one will be cal.get calendar dot day of months all capitals, and here we're gonna say show, so it shows like that. All the errors are gone, so this is all done properly. The one more thing we need to do, we need to create function to update it in the view, and so we're gonna and it shows me error right here. It's actually so this one right here, object, it starts here and ends here by mistake. It actually has to end right there. There was some kind of typo, so if it didn't pop up as an error on your side, that's fine. But on my, I'll make it smaller. So as I said, it starts here, ends here. And then after that, so after it ends, we're gonna create this function, private function. Actually, let me make it smaller. After this one right here. So right here, when there's a last curly brackets between last one and before that, we're gonna create private function update date in view. So create this function, and here we need to mention format the way we want to see the format on in the text view. So we're gonna say val my format equals, and here depends on your country. So here in United States we say months is always capital, most of the time. Then we're gonna do slash dd for day slash year for 4 digits. You can do 2 if you want to. So if you're in Europe and using European, just switch around to dd, and in your case would be dd, then and year. But months always, well, in this format will be capital. And then we need to, one more thing we need to do, we need to say val sdf equals simple date format, simple date format, and here we add my format we just created, and then local. So in my case it would be .us. Let me just show you. Actually, I'm sorry, it goes inside here. Local with no, like that. Local dot, and you see US, Chinese, English, French, German. But I think also there's also get default. You can use get default, this one too, and then it will be based on your cell phone wherever you are, whatever country you are. But in my case, I'm going to put US, and now we need to set the text view text view dot text equals sdf dot format, and inside there we're going to say call dot get time. Get time. Get time doesn't pop up, but if I click on dots, there is time. It says from get time. So this one should be fine too. We're going to try out right now. So call dot time, and so hopefully this will work. I guess it's a new way to do it. And this function we have to put somewhere, and we're gonna put it on date set listener, which is right here where we created on date set listener. We're gonna put here update. I'm mistyping update. So this function we'll just put there. And so let's run it. Excited to see if it's gonna work or not. All right, click on change date. This is today's date. Click OK. Yeah, it's working. So 10/03/2020, and then you can change it to, I don't know, November 13, Friday. Okay, and as I said, you can do tweaks right here. You can do a European format anywhere you want to. All right, thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe. Yeah, have a good day. Thanks.